Let me open my Tableau. Let me connect to sample superstore. Okay, so this is the task. So what is the task? Year wise total sales in every quarter. So how do we do using nested table? What are the dimensions here and what are the measures here?
Oh,
Year and quarter are dimensions.
Year and the quarter are dimensions, and total sales like sales are measures. Okay,
Measures.
so how to do this using nested table? First, let's see using nested table. So drag the order date, right, the year, and drag the quarter, like get the quarter from it, and drag the sales, right? So this is using nested table, year wise, quarter wise sales. Okay, but let's see how, like let's show the values. Okay, so we are showing the values. Now let's see the same task using small multiple dimensions, that is SMD. Okay, so let's see that how to do SMD. So drag the order date. Okay, so we got the year. So year wise, what is that we need? We need to show the total sales. So drag the sales. Okay, so year wise sales we have, but what is that we need? We need it every quarter, right? So instead of dragging the quarter next to the measure, sorry, next to the dimension, drag that next to the measure. Okay, so what is nested table? Nested table is the second dimension, we drag it next to the dimension to create a nested one, correct? But here using SMD, what I'm saying, drag the second measure second dimension next to the measure. Okay, not to the next to dimension, next to the measure. Okay, so this is quarter, right? So take the quarter and remove the year. Now if you see, so this is the visualization. Okay, so here let me take the entire view. Okay, so here also let me take the entire view. So you can observe the difference between the two visualizations. So this first one is what? It is nested table, right? The same task we are doing using small multiple dimensions. So here if you see, the quarters are showing at the top and the years are showing at the y-axis, correct? But here the year and quarter both are showing it in the y-axis, right? So what happens, your visualization will get changed, but the values if you see, 2016 quarter 1, what is the sales? 74,448, right? Let's see here. So 2016 quarter 1, 74,448. That means the values are not changing, but the visualization is changing. Okay, so this is called small multiple dimension table. Okay, so we'll create one more task and there are some note points for this, we'll see them. So let's do another task. Okay, so this task we'll see using both like nested as well as the small multiple dimensions. Okay, so let's see both. First, let's see how to do it using nested table. So how to do it using nested table?
we have to drag the
So what is the dimensions we need to drag?
categories.
So let's drag the category into rows. Okay,
Subcategory.
so drag the subcategory into rows again because it is nested table. Okay,
Yes. Okay.
Total quantity.
Each region.
so we have another dimension here, that is
Region.
region. So drag the region again. Okay,
Okay.
what is that we need to show? We need to show here. What is the measure?
The measure is quantity.
Order quantity.
Order quantity. So
Quantity.
drag the order quantity into columns. but what is that we wanted to show it here in the form of text table, right?
Okay.
Not the bar chart. Okay, so how to do that is, so remove the sum of quantity from here. So just drag the quantity not to the rows or columns. You have two options to create a text table. So drag the quantity into this ABC. Okay, see, you got the text table. Or the other way, drag the measure into this label in the mass card. Okay, so same way. So both will work in a same way. Otherwise, even if you are dragging into the columns, in the show me, you can select the text table. Okay, but it will take it as multiple dimensions. So don't go for show me right now. We'll see it in the later. Just let's drag it into the label. Okay, so this is the text table, right? So for furniture category, for the bookcases subcategory, for central region, what is the order quantity? 192, right? So the same thing, let's do it using small multiple dimensions, and let's see the view, how it looks. So same thing, category and subcategory. Okay, so category wise, subcategory wise, order quantity. So drag the order quantity into the text. So we got it. For each region, so drag the region into columns now. Okay, see, this is the view. Now you observe the difference between both the views. See, this is having so much of length, right? So you need to scroll from top to bottom, correct? This is nested table, but if you use the same as a small multiple dimensions, you can see it in a single view. The values are same. So for central bookcases furniture, the value is 192. So here, see, central bookcases furniture, the value is 192, correct? So the values are same, but the visualization is different. Okay, so this is how you use small multiple dimensions.
Sure, can you come again once for this smart visualization?
How to create?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me remove the visualization. Okay, so now what is that we need to do? So category wise, right? Like how do we drag it? Same. So let's drag the category wise and subcategory wise. So let's drag even the subcategory wise. What is that we wanted to show? Category, subcategory wise, total order quantity, right? So let's drag the quantity into text. So we will get the text table because we wanted to show it in the form of text table. Okay. So text table we have got it, category wise, subcategory wise, order quantity for each region we wanted to show, right? Now drag the region into, if you drag the region into next to dimension, it will become nested. Okay, so if you drag it into the columns, then it will become what? Small multiple dimensions.
But sir, one thing here, for to be qualified for the small multiple dimension, it should be with the major here.
It should be with the.
It should be with the majors, like, because in the nested, whenever the dimension is having multiple dimension, I mean, like whenever one dimension in a row, we also having the other dimension simultaneously. Yeah. Then and again having the another dimension, then it is called nested. Correct? Like here we are.
That's right. So I will. So now you understood what is it like. Let me complete and I'll come back to your question. Okay.
Okay.
I got it. What you're asking. So you understood what does this mean? Like what is the difference between the nested and the small multiple dimension?
Yes.
Okay. So now the key things that you need to remember in this small multiple dimensions is, if you observe the question, so for nested table, how we are doing? We are dragging all the dimensions, right? So like category, subcategory, region, whatever the dimensions are there in the task, we are dragging all the dimensions at a time. But here, how we are doing? We are dragging category first, subcategory, and then we are dragging the order quantity, and then we are dragging the region. Okay, so here you need to identify which are normal dimensions and which is small multiple dimension. Okay, so that is the key thing while using small multiple dimensions. So how do you identify? So if there are three dimensions in your task, like category, subcategory and region, okay, so here whatever the dimensions comes after the word called each each and every, okay, so these are the keywords I'm telling, so you can identify blindly. So if you find any word for every in the task, right, and after this keywords whatever the dimensions you get it will be called as SMD, small multiple dimensions. So these are the dimensions where you need to drag it next to like if you are dragging the other dimensions into rows, drag this SMD into columns. If you are dragging this into columns, drag the SMD into rows, okay, opposite way. But whatever the dimensions that are asking in the normal, like in the beginning, right, so these are called as normal dimensions. So normal dimensions we use it as nested, and wherever we find like values like each region, each and every region, for every region, right, so such questions, if you, such keyword if you see, whatever the dimensions mentioned after the keyword is called as or is identified as small multiple dimensions. Okay, so that is the key thing you need to remember. So if you see here, what is the rule? You need to identify normal dimension and small multiple dimensions. So in the previous task, like in the first task, if you see year wise total sales in every quarter, correct? So what is the normal dimensions here and what is the small multiple dimension?
Year wise is a normal dimension.
So year is a normal dimension
Yes.
and quarter is a
Quarter is a
small multiple dimension, SMD, correct? So that's the
yes.
reason we have dragged the year into rows normally, and the small multiple dimension, whatever the small multiple dimension, we are dragging like into the columns opposite to that. Okay, so you will get this kind of view. Otherwise you will get a nested view like this. Okay, yeah, Vicky, now tell me what is your question.
Oh, I got it now.
You got the answer?
Yeah, I got the answer. But the one
Oh.
thing here,
Hmm.
how can we know like whether it's a quantity? Because I understand in the if you go to the nested one, we can see the
Hmm.
quantity on the header, like category, subcategory, quantity. But but in this
No,
one,
you cannot see it in the header. How do you see in the header? So this is nested, right?
okay,
Where are you seeing header?
yeah, that's what my bad. So can't
Hmm.
we bring the quantity header like this on the top? Because how the user can know whether it's a quantity or it's a sale or it's a profit? Are you
The
getting me?
title you are talking about.
Your title on the head.
So here the visualization shows, right? What is this numbers? These numbers are nothing but the quantity because the text is showing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what measure you have dragged? So you have dragged quantity. Even if you place the cursor, the
Yeah,
tooltip will show it.
tooltip
So
will
what is
show
the measure you are dragging? What is this number? This number is quantity, right? So, and if you drag the two measures, by default you will get it. So if you drag the sales, because here it is only one, right? So people will know that this is quantity. So let's drag the sales also into text. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So not here. So just drag the sales into this ABC. See, you have quantity, you have sales.
Okay, now. So it sounds like whenever we are having single measure, they won't
Single
show the
measure,
head.
it will not show it because people can know that by default this is the measure that we have used here.
Okay, okay. Got it.
When you have multiple numbers, then it will show the headings. Okay. Yeah. So this is how you create nested table and the small multiple dimensions. And this is the difference between small multiple dimensions and nested. So I wanted to show this first example, okay, whatever we have done, year wise total sales in every quarter. Now I am removing the quarter. Okay, so what is that is year wise sales. Okay, now I want to drag the small SMD to columns, like because rows I have taken the normal dimension, so let me take the SMD into columns. So SMD is quarter, right? So observe, I am dragging it at the end, correct? Next to sales I am dragging, but it will take to the beginning. So just observe it. See, I have dragged this after sales, like let me drag it after the sales, but it is not taking. So what does that mean is the dimensions will play a parent role, okay, and the measures will act as child. So always the dimensions will take place at the first. Okay, so even if you drag any dimension next to the measure, okay, see I'm dragging state next to sales, but it will take before sales. See, correct? So what does that mean? So all the dimensions will act as a parent and the measures will act as child. So just remember that. See, the dimensions will act as parent and measures will act as child. Okay, so let's see one more task. So as I said, if you find the words like each, every, each and every, then after that keywords, whatever the dimensions are there, it can be 1 dimension, 2 dimensions, 3 dimensions, any dimensions. Okay, so whatever the dimensions are there after this keyword, all of those will be called as small multiple dimensions. Okay, so if you see the other example, so this example, so what is this? Reason wise, year wise, average profits in every segment and category. Okay, so here what are the normal dimensions?
Normal
Region
dimensions are
and year.
So region and year are the normal dimensions,
Normal dimensions.
and segment
Segment and category.
and category are small multiple
Small
dimensions
multiple
because
dimensions.
they are after the keyword of every.
Every.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
create this task using both small multiple as well as the nested. Both will see that. So but when you see that keyword called every, each and every, then better you go for creating visualization by small multiple dimensions. Okay, so that is a recommended way. It's not mandatory. Again, it is up to you how you wanted to show, but the recommended view will be small multiple dimensions for those. Okay, so just click on apply. Now region wise, so let me drag the normal dimensions. Like here I'm not bothered about any normal dimension and SMD because I'm creating this view using small multiple using nested table. Okay, so region wise I'm dragging the region, and year wise, so I'm dragging the year. Okay, and what are the other dimensions? Segment and category, right? So let me drag the segment and let me drag the category. Okay, so all of this wise I wanted to show what? Average profits. So how to show the average profits? So drag the profits into row columns, and here it is taking sum of profit. How to change this sum to average? So you need to click on this button on the arrow and change the aggregation to average. Okay, so like this the view is. This is nested table, right? So which are the outer dimension here?
outer dimension are region is the outer dimension, category is the
Region is the outer dimension, and which is the innermost dimension?
category.
Category is the innermost dimension, and remaining like year and segment are inner dimensions. Okay, so if the same view, if the same view, if we create using SMD, like tell me now, so how to create the view?
You have to take the region, you have to take the year.
So just drag the region into rows. Okay,
Year.
just drag the year. Okay,
And
Then
segment
take the segment on
as
the
column.
column.
segments into the column because
Because
it
the
is a SMD.
SMD and category and columns.
So again the category also into the column. Okay. Now what is that we wanted to show?
Profit, average profits.
Average profits. So drag the profits into columns. Okay. If you drag it into the rows, it will show like this. So anything will work. But so I suggest you what is, when you create the SMD visualizations, right? Create how the task is. Okay. So now we have region wise, year wise. We want to show the average profits, right? So drag the profits into columns and show it average wise profits. Now you drag the every segment and category, like small multiple dimensions, you keep dragging. So segment, drag it to the next to measure, and then what next? Category. So drag the category here. Okay, see, if you see here, it will show the region wise, year wise,
Right?
segment wise, and the category wise. Correct? The average profit. So if you see this starting value, what is that? The category is furniture category, and the region is central region, and the segment is consumer segment, and the order date is 2016, and what is the average profit? It is minus $19. Okay. So if you see the visualization here and here, which visualization is looking good?
nested.
First one.
Nested is looking good.
Yes.
This is nested.
Yes.
Yes.
But you have to scroll down till the end. So what is the value for 2018 customer segment furniture category?
So I have to drag down.
You have to go to,
down
In there only.
no, I'm asking for west region.
West region.
Go down, scroll down, and then
You have to scroll it, right? So all together you have to scroll to the bottom. But
Okay.
you tell me what is the west region 2016 furniture category for consumer segment?
fourth one, last.
Fourth one,
First.
2016. Yes.
Correct? So
Yes.
which is easy now?
Small nested.
That is the advantage. Okay, so here maybe you are seeing this lines and thinking that even you can take it as a bar chart, it will show like this. Whatever it is showing till the bottom, right? So instead of going to the top bottom all the time, so in the single glance you can have this view, and even you can take it entire view here. Okay.
Okay.
And if you want to see that, you can even see the values. If you want to create it as a text table, just drag back this average profit to label, see, and change this to text. See, so this is how the values will be changed. Okay.
Okay.
So this is nested and this is small multiple dimensions. Any doubts in this?
You have one question in small multiple dimension. So it sounds like it is best practice to go for a small multiple dimension, even if it is not having every or each like in the or requirement.
Yeah, that's right. See, in the beginning of this session, I said it. What is small multiple dimensions? It is extension of the nested table. Okay. So even nested tables also you can do it in the small multiple dimensions. How you will do that? Like even if you are not asking like each and every, so what happens? Reason wise, year wise. But you should know what is the small multiple dimensions to drag it here, right? So you need to understand the question very carefully. So if you understand the question, then it is not much difficult. So tell me now how you will create. I'm not putting any in every, each and every, nothing. So tell me how you will do this now. So how do you know that which are small multiple dimensions? Will you put region? Will you put year in the columns and rows?
No, whatever
or
coming
segment.
after measures, I'll be putting that as a small multiple dimension.
Let's say now,
Okay. So in this case,
now you tell me.
so I will do one thing. I will go with the nested. I will go with a small dimension. Then I'll see which is making more sense.
That's right. That is a trial and error kind of. Okay, so you can
Yeah.
create both the. That's why I am telling you for all the tasks. I showed you both the visualizations, right? So you
Mhm.
create it both and see whichever is looking good, and you can decide upon that whatever you wanted to put it.
Yes.
Okay, so there is no wrong and right in the visualization that you create, other than the values are matching. Okay, so only thing is how best or how beautiful your visualizations are matters. Okay, so it should not be complicated, it should not be like manual efforts like going top bottom every time, right, in the meetings or discussions. So everything should try to show it in a single glance, and it has to be simple. Okay, that makes the visualization better. So what you can do, you can try multiple ways. You can try nested, you can try SMD, and whichever is looking good you feel, you can keep it. Okay, so that is about nested table and small multiple dimensions. So I'm leaving you a couple of tasks. Okay, so here you can create it. Okay, so there are, in the part of visualization, we know that we will have a table, we'll have the panes, we have the cell, we have the title, and we have the axis, and we have the mask guide, right? So these all are the part of visualization. So any visualization may contain these parts. Okay, so this is all about working with multiple dimensions. So clear about it?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start working with multiple measures. Very, very important topic, because you need to compare more than one measure, right? Rather than the working multiple dimensions, you will get in the real time, you may have to compare the measures. Okay. So to compare measures, like to work with the multiple measures, again we have three ways. One is individual axis, second one is blended axis, and the third one is dual axis. Okay, so there are three types of ways like to use multiple measures. So let's see first individual axis. What is individual axis means? So individual axis is what? If we display each and every measure in a separate axis, then it is known as individual axis. Okay, so what does that mean? It will create separate axis for each measure. Like if you are using two measures, it will create two axes. If you are using three measures, it will create three axes. So each and every measure will have separate axis. Okay, and also each measure will create a separate mascot. So we'll see what does that mean. So what is this first task? Year wise total sales and profits. So we are comparing year wise two measures, right? So what are the dimension here and what is the measures here?
Year is dimension
Correct.
and sales and profits are measures.
Correct. So year is the dimension. So we are comparing two measures, that is sales and as well as the profits. So let's see how to do that. So drag the order date to get the year as usual. So we got the year. Now what is that we need to compare? We need to compare both sales as well as profits. So now drag the first measure. The first measure is sales. So drag the sales into columns. Okay. So let me take it as a bar chart for now. And let me swap the view. And let's take the entire view. Okay. So now what is that I have? How many axes I have? So I have one axis for sales, correct?
Yes.
And there is mascot is how many mascots we have? There is only one mascot. Now observe when I drag the second mascot, second measure, what happens? So what is the second measure? Profit. So drag the profit next to measure. Okay. So I'm using two measures here. One is sales, one is profit. Now if you see how many axes I have. So I have one axis for sales and one axis for profit. Correct?
Yes.
And if you see the mask cards, so for sales there is one mask card and for profit there is other mask card. So I'm just removing the profit from the visualization. Just see now. See, I have no extra mask cards and I have it only one axis, that is sales. But when I drag the second measure, that is profit, into visualization, now if you see, I have created sales mask card separately, profit mask card separately, and sales axis separately, profit axis separately, because this is individual axis. Okay. And if I have other measure, maybe I wanted to show even the quantity here. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll drag the third measure into the visualization. Now if you see, I have sales separate axis, profit separate axis, quantity separate axis. And if you see the mask cards, for sales separate, profit separate, quantity separate, right? So if I want to drag the other measure, that is discount, into the visualization, see, now there are 4 axes, correct, and 4 mask cards. So if I drag the other, that is profit ratio, see, now again sales separate axis, profit separate axis, quantity separate axis, discount separate axis, profit ratio separate axis, and even the mask cards also, right? So this is called individual axis. So each and every measure has its own axis and has its own mask card. Okay. This is called individual axis. So do we have any limit in terms of measures? There is no limit. Okay. So we can drag as many as possible. Like yesterday we had seen, right? Like up to 50 measures you can drag it if your data is, but that is not recommended actually. Dragging too many measures, but as per your requirement you can work on it. This is called individual. So any doubts in this?
No.
So, just for introduce here, we have only can drag 15, correct? That is recommended.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
If someone asks like what is the number of measures we can drag or use in your visualization, then the answer should be maximum is 15. That is best practice.
16.
Oh, sorry, 15.
Yeah. Because 15 level nested possible, that means 16 measures or dimensions you can drag it, right? Because the outermost dimension will not consider. So similarly here also you can drag 16 is a maximum people recommend. Okay, but if you want to drag it till 50 you can drag it. I showed you how to increase the number, right? In the analysis, in the table layout, go to advanced. Here you can increase the rows or column numbers, right? So up to 50 is what you can give up to, but advisable is 16. And in the visualization you can drag 6 dimensions or 6 measures. Like if you don't want to scroll, right, without scrolling, if you want to see the dimensions or measures in one particular view, in a single view, the allowable values are 6. If you drag 6 measures or dimensions, you can have without scrolling. Okay, when you increase it to 6, you can go up to 15, up to 16, which your visualization looks good and which will give you a meaningful output. But still you can increase up to 50, editing the number in the analysis, table layout, advanced. You can up to give 50 and you can drag 50 measures or dimensions, but only the thing is your visualization will not give any meaningful output. Okay. Yeah. So that is about the individual axis.
So in the future, are we going to see more detail on the analysis and the advance?
Sorry, in the future?
In the future session, are we going to have more discussion on the analysis and the advance, the way to increase the number of dimension of the
No,
measures?
because we don't have such dimensions here or measures here, right? So what happens? Say if you keep dragging the dimensions, right? So as I said, like 15, 50 is what I'm saying, right? So let's drag everything like customer name, segment. So what happens? You just observe for your view, okay? So drag the order date, and within this get the quarter, get the month, get the day, and again drag the order ID. Okay, and next drag the ship date, and again in the ship date you drag it here, quarter, month, and the day, and next after the ship date you drag the ship mode, right? So after ship mode again you drag the country, and from country you create state, you create city, you would create postal code, and after that you drag the category. Okay, so from category you get the subcategory, and from subcategory you get it manufacturer, from manufacturer you get it the product name. Okay, and what are the we are left out? We have left out only region, so drag the region. So now we have dragged all the dimensions that are available, correct?
Yes.
So how many dimensions we have dragged? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 dimensions we have dragged, right? So even if you have other dimensions you can keep dragging up to 50. There is no separate analysis that we do for this, but for your understanding you can, because you will not understand anything here, right? So let's say if you want to analyze the quantity, so I'm dragging it quantity into the text. Now you see what is that? You have to analyze all of this: the order date, order month, ship date, ship month, categories, subcategories, city, country, region, customer name, order ID, right? So you have to analyze all 20 dimensions that we have dragged, and finally the answer is 2. What is the quantity of it? It is 2. It is not like wrong I am saying, but it is not recommended I am saying. Okay, but if your requirement is really to do all this 20 dimensions analysis, obviously you have to do it. You cannot say no, it is not recommended, I will not do it, right? You cannot say that. You have to do it, but you won't get requirements in your real time. Okay,
So sir, I got your point, because in the analysis, if you go to the advanced, where it is defined 50, that's the reason we are able to drag 50, correct? If
yes.
it is like 4 only, then we will not be able to drag all the dimensions in the rows or column. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the reason
That
behind
is something like you are putting a limit. What is the limit you want to
okay,
put,
so that
right?
is
On the
behind
rows or
defining the
columns,
limit.
what is the limit?
So one more thing, I noticed that in the analysis, if we go to the advanced, we can see over there are 2 parts given under the dimensions, but only one part is given for the measures. Yeah, sorry, I mean like the row, it has been given to maximum level of row level, maximum level of horizontal level, and then column only.
So rows are horizontal, right? So it is showing like maximum level of row labels and maximum levels of horizontal row labels. So and columns you don't have any horizontal because columns are vertical, right? So maximum level of column labels are, you can keep it whatever the number you wanted, like till 50 again. But here you don't have anything horizontal column because that that itself is a meaningless, correct? Because the columns are vertical, not the horizontal, and you don't have an option here to increase the vertical. Because what happens? Columns is what? So let me cancel this and I'll show you what is column. First you understand what is column and what is row. So if I'm dragging the dimensions into columns, what is happening? So it is coming to, sorry, right? So it is coming in single line, correct?
Yeah.
You cannot, but if I drag the same thing in the rows, what happening? It is showing it in the rows, correct? So columns horizontally, they will not make any meaning. So that's the reason you don't see horizontal column there. You can see only horizontal rows. Okay.
Yeah. So here we have check marks here, horizontal and the vertical. So do we need to do some changes on that, or it is standard and we are good with this? In the just for reference I'm asking. Yeah, horizontal and vertical. Checkbox.
It is default orientation. It will take it as horizontal. If you want to change it to the vertical view, you can do that. Okay. So what happens is your view will get, see everything here. It is something like a trial error. Okay, right? As I said, there is no right, there is no wrong. So if you doesn't like this visualization and if you want to do something else like taking into the horizontal or vertical after all your analysis, you try it. What you will do for the safer side, not to hamper your work, you create it. So just right click, create a duplicate tab. Okay. So what happens? The same visualization can happen. So keep one as a original, whichever you have created. In the duplicate, you do whatever the trial error methods you wanted to do. And whichever you like the view, you keep it and remove the other one, whichever you don't like. Okay. So it's all about trial and error. There is no stop for learning or improving the visualization. So what I'll say, I'll just stop here the visualization because for me it is okay. Right? For you, it may not look good. You may need something better, man. What you will do? You keep practice whatever it is. Like now I'm just saying you individual access, right? So there are others also. Maybe you like that, so you keep it there. And maybe someone likes other way of visualization. So let them keep it. But what is the basic thing here is how to create the visualization by using the given dimensions and the measures. That is a basic concept. And improvisations, it's all about your creativity. There is no stop for it. Correct? So whatever the way you wanted to do it, do it. But only thing, stick to your basics first to create to the visualization. After creating that, then you go for visualizations, improvement. Whatever the improvements you wanted to do, you can go for it. Next, so we had seen the individual access. Now let's see the blended access. So what is blended access means? So blended access is blending the individual access into one single access. Okay, so what does that mean? So we are blending the individual access. Like in the previous example we had seen, it was having how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 access for each individual measure, right? So now we are blending this individual measures into single access. Okay, so we'll see what is that view. Like the same view, I'll use it year wise. So drag the year. And what is the question? Total sales and profits. All right. So year wise sales. I'm dragging the sales. Okay. So now let me take it in the bar. So year wise sales. Now I wanted to see, like, let me swap the view and take the entire view. Okay. So now I have year wise sales. So what is the second measure? Profits. If I drag the profits next to sales, what happens? Which axis it will get create?
Individual axis.
Individual axis, correct? So sales separate, profit separate. But I'm removing it. So now I'm not dragging next to the sales. What I'll do? I'll drag the second measure into the existing axis. So there is an axis for sales, correct? So I'll drag the profit also into the same existing axis, like just drag it and drop it. Like you will get two bars like this. Okay, see when you drag it, it's not dual, blended. We are talking about blended. So when you drag the second measure into existing axis, so you'll get the two bars like this and you drop it there. Okay, so now if you see, you have profit, sales, headings, but how many axes you have?
One axis.
You have it only one axis. Okay, so these four bars are including for profit and these four bars are included for sales, but axis, it is only one axis. And if you see, it is being changed to the value. It is not sales or profit it is showing, it is being converted to value, right? And if you see the measures in the rows, the measure names and measure values have been used by Tableau automatically. So this is the region. If you see here, the measures, measure names, right? So what is the description of this? So a generated field containing the names of each measures used with measure values to blend measures. So this measure, like you have asked, right, Mahesh, what is this number of records?
Yes.
Right? So
Yes.
I'll answer that still later, but along with the number of records, Tableau by default will generate this measure values, measure names, latitude and longitude. Okay, so
Okay.
if you connect to any of the data source, Tableau by default generate these fields. Okay, and when to use those fields is like this measure values, measure names will be used in blended axis.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
I'm just
value is a
clearing.
measure name.
Sorry,
Oh, value is a measure name.
value, and here it is taken measure names, the top.
Okay.
So both it will be used. Okay, so I'm recreating the view. Just observe carefully. So I'm not dragging any measure values, measure names. Okay, I'm dragging whatever the dimensions have given to me, but Tableau will make it use of it to give you the blended access. Okay, so just drag the order date. Now year wise you want to compare sales and profits. So drag the sales, say year wise sales. Let me take it into the bar chart. Let me swap the rows and let me take the entire view. So this is the basic visualization, right? So second measure, profit. If I drag it into the rows, what happens? It creates the individual axis. Sales separate, profit separate. But I don't want that. I want to show both the measures in a single axis. Now what I'll do? I'll drag the second measure into the existing axis. See, now there is no measure values, measure names used in the visualization, right? But when I drag the second measure, automatically it will take the place. See, measure names, measure values, it has taken. And what are the measure values it is containing? It shows here. So the measure values are containing profit and sales. Okay. So if you want to drag the third measure, what is that third measure? So quantity. So how do you drag it? You have again two options. Okay, so one thing, you drag this quantity into the existing axis again, correct? See, now what happens? Profit, quantity, sales. You have single axis, three measures you are comparing. Or what you will do, if you want to drag the other measure, let's say discount, yeah, so discount. So either you can drag it into the existing axis or simply you can put it under the measure values here. Okay, see the measure values. And if you want to drag the profit ratio, either you can drag it into the existing axis like this or simply you can drag it into the measure values. See. Okay, so profit, quantity, sales, discount, profit ratio. So whatever the available we have, all the measures we are using it. Okay, and the same visualization we can do it even in the other way, like, so drag the order date into rows, into the columns. So it will take like this, take the entire view, and instead of dragging one measure, what we'll drag it is, we'll drag all the measure values. Okay, see, and take it as bar chart. Okay, see what are the measures it is showing? The average discount, number of records, profit ratio, quantity, sales. That means all available measures it is taken here. Okay, but if you want to remove something, like I don't want to number of records, just remove it. If you don't want discount, just remove it. If you don't want profit, just remove it. So just take whatever the values you wanted. Okay, so two things: add everything, remove unwanted, or drag only the wanted measures. Like I have the sales. Now if I want to drag the profit, I'll drag the profit into existing axis. So when I drag the second measure, the measure values have been created. Now the third measure, if I want to drag, either I can drag it into existing axis like this, or I can simply drag it into this measure values box. Okay, and from here if you want to remove something, you can just drag and leave it in the empty space. Okay, so this is what blended axis. And if you see here you will not get any additional mask cards, right? So you have only one mask card. Access is also one and mask card is also one. It will not create any multiple access. Clear? It will not also create any multiple mask cards. So if you see here, what is blended access? Blending the individual access into one single access. And if you see here, what is the measure names and what is the measure values that we had seen just now. Alright. So if we connect to any data source, Tableau by default create a few fields like measure names, measure values based on the available measures. Okay, and even latitude, longitude also it will generate based on the geographic fields, and these will be used in blended access by default by the Tableau. Okay, so this is about blended access. So remember how to create a blended access. You need to drag the second measure into the existing axis. Okay, so then only you can get the blended access. If you drag those into the rows or columns, you will get individual access. Okay, any doubts in dual access, sorry, blended access? Okay, now let's see dual access. Yeah, have any doubt?
Oh yeah, so in the same way like we do in the blended access, there are two ways to create the blended access, blended measures. So what is the option? Sorry, blended access. So there is option is like we can drag by single sort, is like taking the measure value and put in the column or row, and you are good. And as per your requirement, you can remove the unwanted measures. That is the one way. The other way is like you can just take the whatever the requirement.
Drag the required. Let's say if you have 100 measures, okay, or let's say you have like 20 to 30 measures. Okay, so how many measures you required, you need to analyze. Like, do you need 5 measures to use? So if it is 5 measures to use, what is the best way? You can drag whatever the required measures, right? Because it is the effort of is only to drag 5 measures, right? But if you have something like 20 measures are there, and but you wanted to use 15 measures out of it, what is the effort? Like you can keep dragging one by one like 15 measures, or you drag all 20 measures like measure values and remove the 5 unwanted measures, right? So that is the way. So how you wanted to do it is again depends on your effort. Like if you are okay to drag 15 measures one by one out of 20 measures, you are allowed to do it. Or if you are little lazy and if you want to drag all 20 measures and just remove the 5 unwanted, you can do that. So both are welcome.
In Tableau, do we have the other option like in the dimension part? Can we have the option to drag at once all the dimensions?
No, that is available only for the measures. Because you don't, this option is for blended access. Blended access can be done only using the measures, not the dimension. See, dimensions when you're using, you have two options: nested table or small multiple dimensions. If you ask, I want to create a dual access or I want to create a blended access using multiple dimensions, it cannot be possible because the tableau is not designed in the way, right? So dimensions, you have only two options, that is small multiple or nested. And measures, you have three options. One is individual access, dual access, blended access. You cannot create small multiple measures using measures, right? Because that is being designed only to create small multiple dimensions, not measures. So since we are developers, we have to use how the system is available, right? So if we are in a researching team, then obviously yes, all these thoughts can be really helpful so that new features come up. Correct?
One thing, I just noticed that the major names come under the dimension section. Why so? Because of the string value, as as it contains the name of the head
Measure
title of
names. What is measure names?
that is quantity, profit, discount.
So these all are strings, right? Discount. Discount is what? DISCOUNT. That is alphabet. That is a word. Correct? So profit. PROFIT. So that is again a text. So that is why it is creating under dimension. And values are what? Numbers. Right? So that's why it is creating under measures. So based on the data type only, it will segregate dimensions and measures. So let me complete this dual access, and there is some information. Okay. So like, are you clear or will you take it like overdose kind of? Because I don't want to put everything to your mind at the same day, so that you will get confused. Okay. So if you are okay, if you have space in your mind, I'm okay to continue. Or if you are full, we'll discuss it tomorrow, no problem for me. Because too many things will confuse your mind.
I think we should go tomorrow because we have to practice and we have to
That's right.
revise once
So
again.
you should have ample time to practice all of this and to come up with new doubts if you have anything. So because if I discuss too many topics, then you will skip practicing them, right?
Yeah,
So I don't want to happen that. Yeah. So practice whatever that we have discussed till blended access. Okay. From small multiple dimensions.
So in short, what we discussed today is like how we can work with dimension and how we can work with measures.
Work with the measures like multiple.
Yeah. So nested and small yesterday we discussed for the dimension, and today we are discussing blended and the dual axis.
Dual and individual. Dual we'll discuss tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are the basic concepts. Okay, so using these concepts, you can go for your advanced level discussions like as the class gets progress. Okay, but these are the basic points. So for example, if you talk about a cricket, so you guys watch cricket, right?
Yes.
So what is the basic point for the cricket? So bowler has to bowl 6 balls in a over and batsman has to defend not to hit the wicket. Correct?
Yes.
And how he scores, that is again secondary, right? Whether he will score boundary for it or whether he will score single for it or whether he will score 2 runs, 3 runs for the ball or whether he will just dot it, right? That is a second level. But what is the basic? So you have ball, you have bat. What you have to do? Bowler has to bowl the ball and batsman has to defend it without hitting the wicket. That's it, right? So likewise, dimensions we have, measures we have. So how to use those dimensions? How to use those measures? We know dimensions can be used in nested table and small multiple dimensions. Measures can be used in individual, dual and blended axis, right? So in the visualizations, how we do it, we'll see it in the later classes. Okay. Okay. So that's all for today. I have sent you all the notes, whatever we have discussed. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. And tomorrow, will you comfortable with the same timing?
Yeah.
Okay. Or any plans you guys have? Maybe weekend, right?
I don't have much fun.
Okay.
Thank
If you
you.
don't have any plans, then we'll connect at the same time.
Sure.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. Bye.